Man, I can't believe this crap, man. These cops are out here arresting people just for breaking the law. Man, these tyrants are out of control, bruh. I thought you were a lawyer, now you say you can rap. Well, I've listened to your record, maybe go take a nap. The rhymes you're spitting out, they make you sound like a nut. Your latest track, it's got less views now than Gun Cereal's butt. Well, you say you're just a man who wants to smoke at some weed, but you smoke yourself stupid, boy, get the help that you need. You think you could be like Tom McDonald, be an internet star? The problem is your brain's so tiny, it would fit in this jar.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
You know you're gonna lose.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Now watch me play the blues.
Frivolous lawsuit.
You put against cat.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Make sure you wear the hat. All parties have been sworn in. I've read your complaint.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
The way it's written, it sounds like you've been smoking paint.
That means
if we have that title to your shit, we will take it.
Oh, come and take it, bitch.
All right. I want your money and I want your dignity, and I'm taking both.
To quote my good friend Artie, come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch.
Come and take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
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 Take it, bitch.
Take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
You're a fucking idiot.
She spit in my face.
Shot little thick dude.
A woman walks into the ladies' room at the mall. She enters one of these stalls and sits down to begin doing her business. As she starts to pee, she looks down at her shoes and sees a head poking under the stall, looking up at her with a camera. "What are you doing?" she screams, frightened. "I'm recording you," says Denver Metro Audit. "But this is a bathroom," she squeals. "Yes, a public bathroom, and there's no expectation of privacy in public," he tells her. "You don't belong in here," she yelled. "I didn't see any sign saying that," DMA replies. "It says ladies' room right on the door." Maybe it does, but it doesn't say no men allowed, does it?" he asked her. "What? That's stupid," she sputtered. "You're being a Karen about this, and what's stupid is shaving down there," DMA answered, holding his camera up. "If you let that bush grow in, it would create privacy for your hoo-ha like a hedge." She stared down at the activist lying on the filthy floor looking up at her. "A hedge? Look, they should put a lock on that door if they don't want people coming in. They need to create privacy," DMA said. "It says ladies' room. They assume men won't come in here." "Well, they shouldn't assume that. And I can film whatever I can see. It's my First Amendment right as an independent journalist." "Oh, you're a journalist. What are you working on?" she asked, sarcastically wiping herself. "I can't divulge that information at this time. The story isn't finished yet," he lied as if there were a story. "No expectation of privacy in public," he reiterated. But I'm in a stall, she cried. Yes, and look, it's open on the top and the bottom, DMA answered in his thin voice. They need to create more adequate privacy because if I can see it, I can film it. You don't have to like it, but it's my First Amendment right. The conversation droned on like this for a while. The woman on the toilet and DMA on the filthy floor next to the toilet. Finally, the woman says, Christopher, don't you think this is inappropriate? I'm your mom. And that's a true story. Absolute true story.
Oh, man, I love that. It was great.
All right. Get down. Yeah. Getting funky. like a monkey, kind of chunky, like a junkie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. We are here once again this Tuesday morning, and we are live. Yes. Woo-hoo. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show on this beautiful Tuesday morning. And holy crap, hammer sandwich sauce, was it hot yesterday? Man, oh, Shevitz. Now, I know some of y'all that live in the desert are going to be like, what? It ain't hot. But I'm telling you, yesterday I was outside, and, you know, the little thermometer thing on the bank said it was 97. And I was just like, no, I don't like it. So that happened. Oh, boy, was it hot yesterday. I took a walk, and, like, I went maybe a couple blocks, and I was just like, it's hot. I did it, but ooh-wee. Sometimes you just need supplies. But even after the sun went down, it was in the 80s. Now, today it's supposed to rain, so it's probably just going to be humid. Yippee. Anyway. Oh, well, I hope you guys are having good weather where you're at. Fall's coming real soon, and before we know it, we're going to be bitching about the cold, so why not? Ladies and gentlemen, number one today was David Persons. Oh, my goodness gracious me. First of all, here's your happy dance, sir. All right, yes. Woo-hoo. Dave always likes to open with a bad joke. Let's see what he has to say. A frauditor in Florida was going to fraud at SeaWorld, but decided he couldn't. He realized that frauding has no purpose. Woo, I love it. All right. Number two was Greg Jonick. What's up, Greg? Great to see you. Ron was third. All right. Welcome, Ron. Great to see you again, as always. Zersu's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. 33rd. Whoa, yeah. Whatever it takes, man. Kingster 2000. Good morning. Oh, that's everybody. That's all of us. Good morning from Kingster 2000. Ron, David, Highway Star. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Ron, David, my tiny Chihuahua life. What's up? Good morning. Great to see you. Highway Star, Zerzu, Ron, Greg. Griffey's in the house. What's up, Griffey? Great to see you. He's first. He doesn't care who came before him. He's always first, dagnabbit. And you know what? Since he's all the way in Australia, who knows? With the difference in time zones, maybe he was here 24 hours before any of you, even though it was at the same time. Or would it be after, I guess? Never mind. Zerzu, Greg, my tiny Chihuahua life, Highway Star, Griffey. Let's see who else is in the house today. Let's take a look and see. Hurry. Graham from the Comedy Bombs. Oh, hey there, everyone. Hope your well is going day today. What? Hope you are well and good today. Oh, all well and good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Terry Barnes, what's up? Good morning. God bless. God bless you, sir. LaDonna Rogers is here. What's up, LaDonna? Great to see you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Let's see. Zerzu, Griffey. Methodist Dave is in the house. What's up? Great to see you. Good morning, Rash. Yay. All right. So, what's up? Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show once again. So, what do we got going today? It's Tuesday, and as you regulars all know, Tuesday's usually chill day. You know, kind of take a day off from the Frauditors because they just make your eyeballs twitch because I'm talking about them all day, every day. I'll make you nuts because it's so frustrating that these hemorrhoids are out there doing this. And nobody can do anything to stop them. Griffey wants to know if the Bears won. So far, every game. That's all. Let me double check their record here. Let's see. Their last game was Thursday. against the Kansas City Chiefs, and they won 34-21. So so far the Bears have won every game. So yeah, they did. Let's see. Oops, there goes the copyright when you use "What's up" slogan. What's up? Hey everybody, what's up? What's up? What's up? I do that with my kids, and it's funny because like I never thought now, all these years later, that would be a thing that kids today know exactly what that is. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's just my kids because I always show them, stuff from, the old days. I guess the 90s are, for me, that's the old days. But, because, if my son walked in here right now and I just looked at him and I said, "What's up?" He'd go, "What?" It just automatically would do it. I don't even think he would know where it came from or anything about those movies or those commercials or any of that. They just know that. It's like in the zeitgeist of the universe, I guess. Let's send the Frauditors to Preparation H since they are hemorrhoids. Yes. Woo-hoo. That's awesome. Anyway, it is interesting. It is pretty wild to see a lot of the stuff that they pick up on, and a lot of the things that they do and say. I don't know. It's interesting. It's very interesting because I have fun with it though. Like my parents always did, and I guess all parents do this to some extent or another, but kind of intentionally doing things to sort of embarrass your kid in front of their friends. I don't know. There's just something so tasty about that. Like if they say, "Hey, this is my friend Tony," and I say, "No cap." Dad, don't say that. What? Were you capping? Shut up, Dad. Oh, all right. Hello, Tony. Nice to meet you. What's this? Gramps forces memorabilia on his kids. Breaking news. Yeah, right? I had a grandpa yet. Oh, man, if she gets pregnant, oh, no, not now. She's only 19. Come on, man. Let's see. New report says he tortures them as well. Yes. Roses are red, violets are blue. If there was a college for skunks, they'd name it Old PU. PU. I love it. I think I want to say that in Bullwinkle, he went to PU. That was Bullwinkle's college. Let me check that out because I remember that there was a joke about that somewhere when I was a kid. But I don't remember if it was Bullwinkle. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Bullwinkle J Moose. I don't remember. Oh no, he went to What's the Matter You? Okay. What's the matter you? What you gonna do? Oh no, it's What's the matter you? You got no respect. Yeah. Oh, shut up in your face. Good morning, Society Red. Good to see you. Yeah. There it is. All right. Good work winning your misshaped football game. No. See, I thought I told you this already, but it doesn't hurt to say it again. And since Tuesday is chat day, that's something to chat about because it is an interesting thing because I've had people say, they could see why what we call soccer you call football because you play with your foot. So how come we call our game football? You know, and like how what we call soccer became soccer in the first place, I don't know off the top of my head. I could Google it, I'm sure. But just in general, in my head, like the reason why we call our football football is because we had baseball, you know, and whatever, basketball, whatever other sports and other things going on. But football was the only one where you were allowed to use your feet at all. There are kicks in football. I mean, it's not the whole game, but it was football because which one is it? Is it the one where you throw it and then try to smack it? No. Is it the one where you throw it and try to put it in something? No. It's the one where you can throw it or you could run with it. Or sometimes if you need an extra point, you can kick it. Or if you're doing, you know, at the opening, you kick it to the other team. Like we used our feet occasionally in football. I don't know. The etymology of the word is a fascinating subject. I think. I don't. I like that stuff. I love history. I love going back and looking at why things are the way they are, why they're called what they're called. In fact, I forget his name, but there's somebody I see in the shorts sometimes who does exactly that. Like every day he'll have another short, and every short is like he picks a word and then tells the story of where that word came from and why we use that word, or a common expression or phrase, you know, things like that. And some of the stuff he says is really, really interesting. Like, what was he saying yesterday? He was saying that, that one of the expressions you hear here, I don't know if they have that over, you know, in the UK or Australia or whatever, because I know I got people from all over the world in here right now. But in the United States, one of the expressions, especially when I was younger, I used to hear it all the time, is if somebody was broke, they would always say, oh, he's piss poor. Or even like in other parlance, like just speaking in general, like if you do something like not well, like if you try to tell a story or if somebody asks you a question and you try to explain it and you do an extremely bad job, they go, well, that was a piss poor answer. You know, well, this guy on the short was telling this story about how way back, like during the Depression, everybody was so desperate for money that, and again, this is the Depression, you know, so it was different back then. Leather workers, to make leather clothes and stuff like that, to turn the cowhide into leather, they needed certain chemicals, which happened to be extremely prevalent in urine. So I guess apparently what people used to do, because they were so desperate for money, that if they were so freaking desperate and so broke that they couldn't even afford, you know, a hunk of stale bread, they in the last ditch attempt to try and make some money, they'd pee in a bucket and then go to the local leather workers, if they had one in their area, and try to sell them their pee, their urine, for the chemicals that are in it that leather workers use. And if you were doing that, you were piss poor. They were so poor that they were trying to sell their urine. So I'm like, oh, so that's where that expression came from. That's wild. Baseball has bases. Basketball has a basket. American football should be called handball. Yeah, but no, because you can kick it in American football. There are kicks. That is part of the game. If it's only handball, then you only use your hands. That's more like volleyball. Oh, but they don't have volleys. Yeah, you volley the ball back. Just a short visit to say hello and to give Heza like not going fishing. Bye. All right, Texas Tim. Don't catch any biggins. All right. Well, since he's not going fishing. And when you don't catch any big ones, make sure you don't take any pictures of you holding it up like that. All right. Luckily, there's no sharks in Texas. Well, I don't know. I guess it's not impossible if you're in the Gulf. I don't know. We don't want to get into all that. The geography of the shark. I don't think they would like to swim up in there and back around. I think they stick more to like Australia coast, places like that where they can. I don't know why sharks like biting Aussies so much more than us. Floridians, Aussies. Who else do sharks like to bite? Anyone that they think looks like a seal, but not seal himself. When was the last time When was the last time that guy put a record out? And was it any good? Probably not. Or I would have heard of it, or somebody would have. But with my luck, the dude just put out his new record yesterday, and it's like #1 right now. Graham, there are specifically two people in the world that could at this point say any freaking thing. And I know when they're joking, or you and Uncle Artie, because it's like when I was a kid. Like it's like when you're a kid, especially being a dude. You get in a room full of other dudes, and you end up all just giving each other a hard time. You're just messing with each other because it's just in fun. Nobody means anything mean by it. It's not mean spirited or malevolent. It's just guys being guys. So and I know for a fact that you and Uncle Artie are both totally cool with me. So I don't. No, you don't have to apologize. Well, he's not apologizing, but you don't have to explain yourself to me. I get it. We have this. What it is you, me, and Uncle Artie. We all have the same type of sense of humor. Like we appreciate the same type of jokes. Sometimes you cross the line a little bit, but then that's when you just say, "Hey, come on, man." All right, yeah, I'm sorry. And then it's all good. I have no skin in this game, and I don't even like soccer anyway. Mr. Thomas, good morning, Has the Rash family. Sorry I'm kind of late, but here's a dad joke for you. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What do you call a sheep that likes to sing and dance? Lady Baba. Pop, 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 polka bass, pop, pop, polka bass. La, 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 la. The internet god is here. What's up? I had this argument before. What kind of ball is this? Yeah. Seriously, Graham, what kind of ball is that? Soccer ball. It's just a big ball. Kick it. See, here's the thing. Like, seriously, though, I shouldn't really make fun of soccer because I really don't know anything about it. All I know about soccer is that it's like hockey because you have your goal and you're trying to get there, but you're not on ice, and you're not using a stick. You're just kicking. And you're trying to get the ball in the goal, and that the goalie's allowed to use his hands, and that Pele flipped backwards and did a kick over his head, and then Sylvester Stallone was the goalie and he blocked it for the win. Or no, wait, he was on Sylvester Stallone's team, and he did the winning kick, but Sylvester Stallone was the goalie that blocked what would have been the winning kick for the other team. By jumping up in front of it and taking it to the chest. I know that about soccer. And while these people are running back and forth kicking this ball, every once in a while, a referee will run out and give a guy a piece of paper that's either like yellow or red, and then the guy will get all mad for some reason because he gave him the piece of paper, which I don't know what it means. And I guess if they committed a foul, which when I'm watching soccer and I see guys running back and forth kicking a ball, I don't know what's a foul and what isn't. So I'm just like, oh, he's getting a red card. For what? Because he's giving him a red card. All right. I know whatever it is, it's not good because he looks pissed. And then, of course, the fans start like literally beating each other like they think they're MMA fighters or something over the score. Internet God, good morning, boys and girls. That's right. No ice, puck, or sticks. So nothing like hockey. Well, no, in the sense that you're going, like, the whole goal, like, you literally have the net, like, to catch the puck. And in hockey, you have the net. And the goal of the game is for you guys to put the ball in the net. And then you have somebody who's a goalie that's standing in front of the net trying to block the balls from going in, just like they do with trying to block the puck from going in. And that happens on both sides. It's the same thing. Except no ice or pucks or sticks. Soccer fans make hockey fans look passive. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Internet God, what's up? Timo, what's up? I've seen some footage of fights in hockey stadiums that looked pretty brutal. And I've seen some fights in soccer games, in footage from soccer games, that looked like there was a national emergency in that country. And like they were going to have to send in whatever their version is of the National Guard, or maybe, just the military in general. We got $5 from Billy Yank. Hez, how are you liking your position as a Green Bay Packers sales rep? No, I'd quit first day. No, shut up. Nobody asked you guys. No. All right. Yes, thank you so much. I used to be a season ticket holder for the Dolphins, so I've seen some pretty brutal fights. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something. When I was a kid, you guys know, like back in the day, it wasn't just until like maybe the last decade and a half, 2 decades or so, that price, especially the last couple of years since COVID, all of the prices of everything has just shot up exponentially insane. My family, what it was for me growing up, isn't a thing anymore. Like, it's not like my parents were lawyers or doctors or anything like that. My dad filled vending machines for a living. My mom, she was a nurse for a while, but then she did clerical stuff mostly. I mean, she did some hospital work. It's not like she wasn't a legitimate nurse, but the majority of her jobs were clerical, and then she worked on the gambling, boat dealing, blackjack for a while. There are a lot of different things going on. Cyber Rex, what's up? But the point is, my parents never had these insanely huge, big paying jobs. But every year we went somewhere. We would go to Disney World, or we would go to Silver Dollar City, or we'd go to Starved Rock. I don't know, even if it was just that, it was something. Hey, Keebler, what's up? Great to see you. Don't mind me. I'm just swatting mosquitoes over here. Morning has a chat. Cyberrax, what's up? The only sport I used to play was one rule football. Rule is you can't foul the goalkeeper. Lots of cuts and bruises and old broken finger play thrown around. Yep. When I was little, it took me a while to figure out that the game was not, well, it didn't take me that long, actually. I kind of figured out the first time we played it. But my brother and my cousin had this thing I'll set up in advance that I didn't know about at the time. In winter, we would go outside to play, and we would play a game called Tackle the Man with the Football. And to me, as a kid, I was just like, okay, so tackle the man with the football. In other words, football. But the reason why, it took me a while to figure out what those two were doing is because I was so happy. I was so excited. I couldn't believe it because I was always the last one to be picked. You know what I'm talking about. You know, the kid that like everyone when they're picking teams at school looks at it and goes, well, he's not going to help the team at all. And unfortunately, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I can't. I'm a terrible liar, by the way. I try sometimes and then I just step over my own words and then just say, no, that's not really true. But seriously, like it's a fact. They were right. When I did get picked, like I'll never forget the one time we were playing kickball. It's basically exactly the same as baseball, except there's no bats or gloves, and there's a bigger ball, and you just kick it. You know, like the pitcher, instead of pitching, kicks the ball to the guy on home plate, and then he has to kick the ball to try and get, like, you know, the outfield not to catch it before he reaches first base. So we were playing kickball, and because they knew that I wasn't a sports guy, my job was to stand on the foul line and just watch it. And every play, if a ball went over the foul line, I would say foul. And if it was in the foul line, I'd say fair. So I said, okay, cool. So I went up there and I was all excited to do it and do it right and show these guys like, hey, man, picking me last and giving me the, because I wasn't stupid. I knew that the reason why they gave me that job was because they thought I sucked. So I'm like, I'm going to do such a great job at this. I'm going to be so good at watching this line that they're going to be like, wow, this dude, like, holy crap. Like, he really did, you know, above and beyond. So I focused on that line, man. I was so focused on that line. And after a while, no, I wasn't a goalie. There's no goalies in baseball, even though it was kickball. It was, you know, on the diamond. And again, kick it, and then they have to kick it and then try to run to first base. But I was standing all the way in the back just watching the foul line to see if any ball would cross it. So I'm so focused on watching this foul line the whole game. And I don't know how long the game was. You know, I mean, this is a kickball game in high school. So however long recess is, 20 minutes? I don't know. Or gym class, it was 4 maybe. 25 minutes, half an hour. So I must have been standing there for I don't know how long, but I was focused on that line, man. Like in my head, all I saw was that line. I was staring it down. I was focused on the line. And then I put my head up, and there's like 40 kids standing in front of me. So was it foul or fair? Was it foul or fair? And I'm like, wait, what? So anyway, yeah, when they decided to pick me last, they probably were right. It was a good idea to do that. But anyway, I love dodgeball and kickball. Yes. I had a refrigerator with a wooden leg named Smith. I never did learn what the other leg was named. All right. I love it. I remember kickball, only got to play when in PE, never during recess, since I was never picked either. Yeah, see? Yeah, it had to be for class, because I wouldn't have got picked at all. But so anyway, yeah, being that guy, like I never really got, into sports too much or did a lot of that stuff. But what I did play was, like I was saying, tackle the man with the football. And the reason why I told this story about being the last to be picked was to tell this story. So the reason why I fell for the trick for the gag, hey, what's up? Hey, got training this morning, but wanted to stop by and say good morning and hit the like button. Thank you so much, Donna Ray. Hez may have not seen that ball cross the line, but that time he came up with 3 new songs. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. At that time he came up with 3 new songs. Absolutely, Graham. I love that. Thank you. Played dodgeball, but also played hockey at school. Yes. Hez, good morning. Good morning, Donna Ray. Good to see you as always. So anyway, yeah. So the reason why I fell for Tackle the Man with the Football game was because I was so used to always being picked last and no one ever wanted to play anything with me that in winter, when my brother and cousin would say, hey, let's play Tackle the Man with the Football, in my brain, that is football. Cool, we're going to play football. And then both of them would go out of their way to make sure that they always gave me the ball. They gave me the ball. I was so happy and so excited. Like, yes, I get the ball today. They're picking me. My brother and my cousin love me because we're playing Tackle the Man holding the football. And they gave me the ball. And there are these two big guys running at me full speed. Oh, crap. Captain Omega, what's up? So it didn't take too long for me to realize that the whole point of that game, because I just happened to get the ball every play. Like at first, the first time it was like, well, yeah, it's football. You tackle the guy with the football. I got the ball, they tackled me. Okay, it happens. But it didn't take long for me to realize that the game was not Tackle the Man with the Football. The game was, hey, my brother and my cousin want an excuse to beat me up and not get in trouble for it. Let's give him the ball. Oh, now we have to tackle him. It's football. He's got the ball. Come on, man. You know, he had the ball. We tackled him. That's all. If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. Well, don't throw a wrench at me to find out, please. Oh, man. Yeah, that's fun. But we got winter coming up again. And I'm not going to do that to my kids. We'll just play regular football in the snow, you know. But I can see my older son tackling the little guy intentionally harder than is necessary. If this was a film, Hez would have learned Kung Fu and got his revenge 10 years later. Yes. The real name of the game should have been called Tackle Hez. Yep, exactly. That's right. Oh boy. But yeah, I like what Graham said about the coming up with songs, because even back then, that was a thing. Like I remember that there was this one kid that when we were little on the playground, I would bring him tapes every day of me like playing guitar and singing, or like playing on my little, at the time I had like little, they weren't really like congas. They were just like small, not like, it wasn't a toy. It was a legit instrument, but they were really small, you know, like bongos is more appropriate term. Or I'd be like playing my bongos. I had a tambourine back then. You know, and my dad was in a band, so I always had access to all kinds of musical instruments in the house. We had a piano, you know, my dad had his slide guitar, lap steel, and, you know, classical, electric, everything. I always had access to instruments. So I would make these little tapes where I'd be writing songs and I'd play them for this one kid at school that actually cared. And like I found out years later, I met the kid again, and he was a guitar player, and he was in a band, and he was like, he loved music, like music, you know. And, you know, back in the school days, I would always sit with him. And then when he saw me again years later, he was like, oh, dude, do you still write music? Do you still into that, man? Like, you were always so good at that. I'm like, really? I don't know. I was just having fun. I saw Alien Romulus. Excellent movie. Really? I don't know, man. I've been going out of my way to avoid anything except for Alien and Aliens. I mean, I've seen them all, but I don't know, man. It just seems like they took it too far in the wrong direction, so I wasn't too excited about seeing another prequel, sequel, reboot, whatever it is. I don't know, man. But I mean, if it's good, it's good, man. It can't, Elf was the alien? Oh no. He was an alien that ate cats. Oh no. Alf. Yeah, I remember Alf. Alfonso de Alien. What are you guys laughing at? It doesn't work without the voice, man. By the way, I think it was Kingston 2000 donated $10 towards a fund for me to be able to order a new voice machine without having to wait until I get to Florida to do the voices, because it's only like $60 for a new voice machine. So just letting you guys know that there is a fund for that as well. And that would definitely fix that problem real quick. Planet Melmac. Yes, that's where he was from. Man. Is Alien Romulus a Star Trek spinoff? Oh, because the Romulans from Romulus. Yeah, wait a minute. I didn't think of that. Because I didn't see the movie. Are they taking the Alien franchise and the Star Trek franchise and trying to merge them? Oh. I'll tell you what, though. I always had this idea. I had this idea when I was a kid and I was really heavy into comic books. I had this idea for a story because Star Trek takes place in the future, in our future. And what would happen was there would be like a tie-in with something else where there'd be like a comic book, like alternate universe storyline or whatever of an X-Men comic book where Wolverine has to fight some aliens, and like within the course of the battle and everything, the ship blows up and everyone dies, and then like however many hundreds of thousands or whatever. I love Star Trek, but I like the stories and the shows, the original series, Deep Space Nine, all the classics, Next Generation, the good stuff. But the point is, I never really dug really deep into the star dates and stuff to see exactly how many years, but I know it's a lot. But let's just say 1,000 years later. So the idea for the story that I had in my head is you have an Enterprise. It wouldn't be NCC, 101 or whatever. It'll be like even years after that. But you have an Enterprise, or maybe even an earlier ship from Starfleet, like before Kirk kind of thing. Paul Cohen, yo, my peeps, you hood. But anyway, the idea for the story was they're getting some kind of a strange reading on the screen that there's like a living thing out there, like near the ship, just floating in space, something that they're getting life readings from, but not. It's very bizarre. Never saw anything like it. So they decide to beam it on board. And it's freaking Logan from when the ship blew up when he was fighting aliens. And he's been floating in space and dying, but because of his healing factor, coming back, not dying, but then he's in space, so he's dead, but then his healing factor, and that's why they were picking up these bizarre life readings. And as soon as they get him on the ship, he freaks out and starts going feral a little bit until he realizes that everything's cool and that everyone on the starship is cool. And I don't know. It was just a thing that I saw in my head when I was a kid and I was reading comic books. That would be a good crossover between the X-Men and Star Trek. All right. When Captain Glenn went space, no Glenn was gone before. Oh, when Captain Glenn went space, no Glenn. Where no man has gone before. Yes. I know Glenn. Oh, here we go. Stardate 3567 point hour ship has been infiltrated by an alien race. Spock has been melted and Bones is now just Bones. I'm hiding under my desk hoping for some red shirts to help me. Oh, no. School of Rock Trek. Yes. They get life signs and they decide to find the living thing and beam it onto the ship, and it's Jack Black with an acoustic guitar. All right. Godzilla versus aliens. Oh, he'd be stomping on those xenomorphs like ants. Crush. Just breathe some fire onto their egg, or pure energy, atomic energy onto the eggs. Those things wouldn't hatch. Could you imagine if Godzilla got a face hugger on his toe or something? Like, I don't even think he'd notice. I don't think he'd be able to pierce his skin. Hez, the Danific author, multi-talented. Yes. Hez, there was a Star Trek novel a few years ago in which Enterprise D discovered a planet of X-Men. It was a stupid idea. Oh, well, see? There you go. I knew there'd be a crossover someday. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. It's continuing mission. No, it's 5-year mission. Continuing 5 years. But we want the series to go longer if people watch it. Oh, yeah, good point. To seek out new life and new civilizations. To boldly go where no man has gone before. Whoa, wait a minute. Has Tulsa King got a new season? I don't know about Alien, but I'll be watching Tulsa King's new season on the 15th. Ooh, I loved Tulsa King. I did not know that. Ooh, I'm gonna check it out anyway, but I didn't know that. That's great, Keevlin. I just want to juggle some tribbles. Ooh, the trouble with tribbles. What a wonderful phrase. The trouble with tribbles. For the rest of your days, we love tribbles because they're so cute and they purr a lot. And then become a major problem and you want to get rid of them. I sold a Star Trek 2000 calendar, still in the package unopened. Nice. Morning. As a kid, the monster in Forbidden Planet really scared me. Brian Showman, what's up? Yeah, there are collections, and I used to have. Oh, that was one of the biggest disappointments I had when I moved and I unpacked all my stuff, and somehow in the process of not moved here, but I mean years ago, moving, the first big move I had, moving out of my parents' house and becoming an adult. I had the full set. It was the Universal Monster set. The only one I didn't have was Boris Karloff. I never had Frankenstein, and that would have been my favorite one. But the thing about it is these particular ones, the action, well, not action figures really. They were more just like display pieces, but they were actually painted a grayscale. They were black and white. The actual toys themselves were painted gray and they were black and white. And it was Dracula, Bella, Frankenstein, Boris, but they had all the Universal monsters, but they also had the monster from Forbidden Planet was in there. And of course, my favorite was the creature from the Black Lagoon. That toy, I had him on display. I was so proud of my creature of the Black Lagoon. But I had a bunch of other really cool stuff. In fact, just yesterday, I was doing some redecorating around here because over the weekend when I was hanging out with Ray at her sister's house, her sister's moving. And that's the whole point why Ray went there this last time, whatever. But since they were moving out, her sister was literally getting rid of everything in the house. Because if she didn't get rid of it, she was offering me stuff because it's well, look, it was so nice of her. It was very nice. It was very sweet. But at the same time, I didn't want to, I don't want to take your stuff. But she was like, look, all of the things that I'm talking about, if you don't take them, they're going to get thrown away because I can't take all this stuff with me. So whatever you want. And one of the things they had was a shelf, just one of those little shelves that you could like install on your wall. So I did that yesterday, and I put a couple records on it. And maybe I can take a picture of it from here. I don't know, and show you guys what I'm talking about. It's actually it's really cool. It's awesome. They were so nice. Like spending the weekend over there was great. Very friendly. Let's see. Come on, camera, do something. Yeah. Ah, okay, here we go. Yeah. All right, so here it is. I don't know if you guys can see it. Lisa Alcazar, what's up? This is the shelf I put on the wall. And you can see I put Who's Next on there, the vinyl of Who's Next and News of the World. And then in between, I got the Rubik's Cube. But because the size of it, you can't fit 3 records across, only 2. But there's that gap in the middle. So I put the Rubik's Cube in it. But what I wanted to put there, and this is one of the reasons why I was disappointed when I moved, like all of my toys and stuff didn't come with me. I had a Jim Morrison. He's standing like this and he's singing into the microphone, and he got the microphone stand came with it and everything, and it said The Doors, and I thought that'd be perfect. I got the 2 records, and then I put my Jim Morrison action figure in the center. I thought that would have been perfect, but I don't have him anymore. Lost to the universe. Although I still got like 22 boxes in storage in here. It's not impossible that some of those guys might be in one of those storage bins, buried in that storage unit. I got to go back there one of these days. Just take those old records off the shelf. I'll sit and listen to them by myself. Today's music ain't got the same soul like that old time of rock and roll. Did you get that shelf's permission to record it? Lisa Alcazar, what's up? I got when I took that picture just now, I took 2 pictures. The first one I took, it was more in the background, but this gives you a little bit of a better look of what the top of my shelf looks like completely. See, I got like my Kiss CDs and my Beatles CDs and my Black Sabbath CDs and a couple more Rubik's Cubes. I got that's the guitar light that I was given as a gift by my beautiful fans, and then a Bears helmet, and then there's some Bears stuff there too. It's kind of like when I'm not looking at the computer, that's kind of what I see on that wall. And then beneath that other stuff is nothing but just DVDs, like hundreds of DVDs that were in the storage unit. Uncle Artie's Barnacle of Stupidity. Stop dinging. Our ears are bleeding. Ding. Ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, a ding, a ding, a ding, a ding, a ding, a ding, 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 a ding. All right. We've all seen Elf in a Shelf, but have you seen Hez in a Fez? You know what? Now, Ray actually gave me my Fez. It was a gift from Ray, and it's currently in Florida. If it wasn't for all that Bears rubbish, it'd be nice. You have green and gold. No, but I could show you. I think you. I don't know if you can tell in the picture. Let me pull that picture back up, but try to kind of zoom in. Yeah, I did this very much on purpose. Look at the direction the Rubik's Cube is facing. Blue, orange, and white. Bears colors. I did that very much on purpose. And then the other Rubik's Cube I have on the lower shelf Well, there's two of them. One's red, white, and blue for America, and the other one's just mixed because they just mixed it. Oh, look, there's Jason. What's up, Voorhees and a witch? I don't know what her deal is. Oh, my watch. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you tell them they're going to be getting lucky soon? Paul said, boo. Did you tell them they're going to get lucky soon? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, your lucky day is coming soon enough, because we're going to be able to bury Cripple Cat once and for all. Oh, wait a minute. I'm on her side. Maybe it's a trick. I shouldn't be saying it when I know he's here. Maybe it's going to be something to help you guys defeat her once and for all. Or maybe it's actually part of a secret plan that her and I have together to defeat you once and for all, Uncle Artie, and get that bar and grill officially in her name. Kind of looked like Uncle Artie in that shelf. Hey, Artie. Yeah. Oh, yes. Good stuff. And if you notice, I don't know if anyone did, but when I showed that picture, it looks like I have 3 different Beatles box sets. I don't. I have 2. The other Beatles thing is actually a book of all the sheet music of all their songs. So if I ever want to learn how to play a Beatles song on my guitar or whatever, all the sheet music for every instrument, for every song they ever wrote is in that book. And then the black one is every song they ever did in stereo. And then the little white one is all of their mono records in mono, because they had completely different mixes. And some of them, the songs were even different in the mono mix. So, yeah. And then the Black Sabbath box set is every album they did with Ozzy. That's it. Just every album they did with Ozzy Osbourne. And then the Kiss box set is almost like it was a gift. So I didn't feel ripped off. But it's like all of their good songs, but like alternate takes or alternate versions or demo versions. Yeah, I mean, it was cool. It's got some Wicked Lester on there. That was kind of cool. Hez is actually on my side. He just acts like he's Cripple Cat simp. Hey, you got to trick people. Hey, you can play both sides of the fence, right? Like a spy during World War II. Was it Julia Roberts? Julia Roberts. What the hell? Now, see, a couple days ago, I'm on here trying to remember that girl's name. And now I'm just talking and I say Julia Roberts, but I'm not even talking about her now. I'm talking about Julia Child. Wasn't she like doing her cooking tours because in reality she was actually a spy during World War II for the French against the Nazis? And because she was just a famous chef, they would let her into places that other people couldn't go because she's just there to cook and everyone knew her. Oh, it's Julia Child, let her in. I'd heard that. I don't know if it's true or not, though. Now I want to look that up because that's actually a fascinating story about her. Graham's on Crippled Cat's side. Oh, she was working for the CIA, man. Holy crap. Let's see. When the U.S. joined World War II, Americans found unique ways to use their skills to support the war effort. The Office of Strategic Services, which eventually became the CIA. Okay. And Julia Child was part of it. Okay. So she wasn't. Okay, she was a spy for the United States. All right, that'll work. Do you think some of these people have a thick skull? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, say no more, skull. A man discovered a Stradivarius and a Rembrandt in his late grandmother's attic. Unfortunately for him, Stradivarius couldn't paint and Rainbat made lousy violins. That's good. That's good. Those are some of my favorite kind of jokes, are the misdirection ones. Where the setup just automatically leads your Blaine. David Blaine? No. You know what was crazy to me about the David Blaine thing? Like, I've heard stories where people like were really upset when they found out that he was kind of like a charlatan or whatever, or calling him that. But I mean, he's a magician. Magic tricks literally are lies. That's what a magic trick is. Hey, guys, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in this hand. That's a lie. I never put it in there in the first place. That's how I made it disappear. That's what magic is. He's a magician. And then people find out that he wasn't actually doing real magic, and they're like, all up in arms. Like, well, I mean, what did you think? He was a supernatural entity? Like, it's a magic trick, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't know too much about that, the story behind him. I just know that I've heard stories in general about people being disappointed when they found out that some of his stuff was fake. It's like, if you're a magician, your whole life is doing things that are fake. I remember reading once about Harry Houdini had this thing that he used to do when he was